See if anyone's going to come on. Okay. Hi. Hi. Sorry, I'm just getting set up here. I'm waiting for a few more. Hi, Shar. Hi, Lisa. Helga, hi. Oh, hi, Kelly. Right, Kelly? It's Kelly. Hey, Joe. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? Here we are. I'm doing this so okay, there we go. Well, I guess I didn't have to wait long before everyone showed up. I'm surprised how many people came on that quick. You should try this, Kelly. This would be awesome. I don't know. I just thought it kind of bit the bug, and now I'm addicted to stitching live, or live FlossTube. I just have to update one thing real quick before I forget, and we'll get started. If I shake the table, I have it set up so I can, I have you guys set up on a bunch of books, so it might shake a little bit, but you can deal. What was the... Thanks, we'll be talking about that, Kelly. Okay. Hi, guys. I just figured I'd come on real quick, and I don't know how long it'll be. It's weird, I'm watching myself over here, so it's like a 2-second delay. Anyways. And I have all the comments over here, so if I look away, that's why. So, I just decided we're going to do an update. I don't have a whole lot to talk about because I've been really busy with something which, if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen, but Anywho, so since our last... Today has been a very crazy day. I had off from work today. Hi, Paulo. Thank you. We're going to talk about that. Anyways, so I had off from work today because I had some medical tests I had to get done. And it's just been one of those crazy, like Emma said in her video, one of those dreary blue what's today? Wednesdays. So it's just like, Anyways, and honestly, with my cross stitch, I've kind of felt lately. And I don't know why. I think it's just that time of year. I've been that way with a lot of things. So, but since my last update last Wednesday, I have one finish. So let me find something. I know I have stuff here because my desk is littered with school papers. Yes, Char, winter blues. And I'm so ready for winter to be over. So we have my one finish, which is my last planet from, I gotta get used to this, from the stem stitch on Etsy. So Saturn is finished. And since it's nighttime now here in New Jersey, I have my my OT light shining on top of me, so that's why there might be a little bit of glare. Thanks, Joe. Yes, it is awesome. I love this. Saturn, of course, is my favorite. It's also the most time consuming just because of how large it is and how spread out. But anyway, so there's my finish. So soon you will see these framed and up on my wall. Hopefully in the next couple, by sometime, at least in the beginning of February, we'll get those framed up and have them to show you as a fully finished, my first fully finished. So, and to talk about that, sorry, I'm just like covering things up and everything. I have been keeping a journal, not really a journal. This is just literally, it's a journal book. Maps, love maps. I've had this book for years, never ever used it. And all I'm doing is literally writing down my starts and my finishes. So since 2018, I have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starts and 3 finishes. So pretty good average. Of course, all 3, nope, I'm wrong. 5 starts and 4 finishes. Because 123, I had a finish, which we'll talk about here shortly. Write that down before I forget. So, if you followed me on my live video on Saturday, my Stitch With Me video, I was working on the mushroom. Sorry, I'm getting used to where the camera is. Mushroom sampler that we're doing for the mushroom stitch along. So hashtag XSMushroomSal on Instagram, along with Elena B and Olivia B and a whole bunch of other people. Hi, Laura. So honestly, I didn't get very much done at all in my my video because, you know, I was too busy watching the comments and everything. And since then, I just started working on this again today. So I don't have a whole lot finished, but here we go. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Michelle from Vancouver. Sarah, where are you at? That is 12:33. So, since the video, I finished the back stitch on these 2 mushrooms, and I started the 3rd mushroom of this series in this corner. So you can see we're just working in that top corner right there. I'm happy with it. It's not really calling to me, but I would like to just get this motif done in the top, and then we'll move on to something else. Almost there. But this mushroom is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. And of course, because I have new start anxiety, I've been freaking out about, did I take up too much space, too much fabric on the border? So hopefully we're good. I think I measured it correctly, but you never know. Just because I think I measured it correctly doesn't mean it was measured correctly. Yes, they are nice mushrooms, Paulo. So that is pretty much all the progress I've worked on, except for this reminds me of Mom's kitchen. It does kind of remind you of a 70s kitchen, doesn't it? I don't know. And I'm not a fan of retro, but yeah. Joe, for people watching later, Joe says this reminds me of Mom's kitchen in the 1970s in a good way. So yes, it does in a good way. I agree, Joe. Laura says it will be fine. No worries. So stop. Yeah. We'll see if whenever you remind me of that whenever I realize it's counted measured wrong. You think? I don't think I did. To me, that's not very much. Nancy says you really got a lot done in a very short time. I don't think it was a lot done. Anyways, so my last project I have in my Mama Joan Mountain Man, Ginger Gerald alternate reality bag. And this is, I don't have a picture because, well, there's a picture on my Instagram. This is one I decided on Saturday after my video. I didn't really feel like stitching, but I kind of had the bug to design again. So I thought about doing, because there's a lot of people that want to participate in the mushroom sal, but they're having a hard time finding a mushroom to do because there's not a whole lot of mushrooms out there, or they're very large patterns. So I thought about doing a mushroom black work, just a small, so this is an 80 by 80 roughly. Hi Puffy Joe. So this is an 80 by 80 black work. I'm calling it black work. It has specialty stitches. There are no cross stitches in it at all. So it's back stitch, and here it is. So it is a design of my own. You can purchase this on my Etsy store. And I designed it all on Saturday, and then I started stitching right away. And I finally got it stitched up. That's too busy to show you. Let me see. Last night. I think I finished it up about midnight last night, and then threw it up on my Etsy store. So with my Etsy store, how about stitching on mushrooms? I like mushrooms, Joe. Lots of people like mushrooms. Anyways, so you can see there are backstitch, there are eyelets, which you can't really see very well. Satin stitching for the underside of the mushroom, which I think gives it a lot of really nice depth. We have other eyelets up and through here, some backstitch. Thank you, Shar. This is, and I'll be honest, I've never worked on anything black stitch before. Yeah, black stitch. So I was just kind of going with it and hoping for the best, honestly. But I'm very happy with it. It's something different. You know, it's not going to please everybody, but does every pattern ever please everybody? So, and I will say my favorite part is right here. This whole like line here. In a way, this is kind of like what's the word that I'm thinking of? I can't think of it right now. It's been a long day. So anyways, if you are interested in the pattern, it's up for sale on my Etsy store, Ginger Gerald Designs. And after the video, if you're watching it later, I will link it below. I believe I posted it for $4. You will get a picture of my finished work as well as directions in one file. And the directions are basically pick your own color, pick your own fabric, and go to town and have fun and be creative. So, yeah, band sampler. Thank you. Is it Medea? Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. So anyways, it does not have directions for different stitches, but if you follow the pattern itself, it's very, very straightforward. I mean, there's really no way to do it wrong. And if you need advice or suggestions, feel free to message me in through Etsy or Instagram, and I'll be glad to help you. So, yes, Nancy says, mushrooms sauteed in butter making me hungry. I love mushrooms and butter. Anyways, so the directions basically say, pick your own color, because I'm not giving you a color. You need to do that on your own. You need to pick the fabric you want on your own, because this is supposed to be creative and just a fun stitch. And then on the pattern itself, and you know what, I don't even think I have a picture of the pattern, but on my Etsy store, you can see a small portion of the pattern. I have it broken up into colors just to help the eye know where to do or how to follow the pattern. You can do it in different colors. That would be fun. I actually thought about doing that myself. This I use an xJuDesign floss. It's old moss. So old moss by xJuDesign, a nice variegated green. Because I wanted to make it earthy looking. But you could, you know, go crazy, go psychedelic. And then this is stitched on mushroom Lugana. Go figure. A mushroom on mushroom Lugana. So I busted through this to get it stitched up so I could get it out to you guys. It took me roughly, I stitched on it Saturday night, Sunday night during the playoff game, and last night. So I finished, so roughly 3 days of stitching for me. But I thought it was fun. And also, I have some ideas for some different black work, maybe like a series. So let me know if you're interested, because I don't want to necessarily do all the work and put it into my store and then no one's interested. So let me know if you're interested. I'm thinking maybe like a series. It could be like a series of hoops. I think I'm going to send this away to get it put onto a pillow. So I will update pictures accordingly in my Etsy store whenever that comes a bit, or whenever I do that. I used, good question, Elisa. So Elisa asks, how many skeins of variegated threads? I had one skein, and I was worried because I was originally doing it all 2/2, because I used 2 threads all down in through the, I guess, the stem of the mushroom and the roots, and 2 threads here in the satin stitches and this zigzag. But then after that, it started getting too busy with the detail, so I went to one stitch for the rest of, or one strand for the rest of the pattern. So Paulo says yes, please, to a series. Paulo, just so you know, my thought of a series is not all mushrooms, like, but a whole bunch of maybe different vegetables, plants, that type of thing. Let me know. I will definitely post the link to my store, but if you just go to Etsy, you can look it up as Gerald Designs. Cottonwood. What do you mean, Bendy? Cotton would be amazing. Oh, okra cross stitch. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, you mean cotton, like the plant cotton flower. Well, we'll look. Let me write these down, people. Where's my notebook? See, that's why I'm kind of like digging this whole FlossTube live. So anyways, be on the lookout for more designs then, if you're interested in that. So $4 on my Etsy store. I also have 2 other patterns there still. The crown and cross and crown, good for an Easter small coming up, because Lent isn't too far away. And the other one is my Phoenix that I had designed myself. So that crown. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle says the cross and crown design is gorgeous, so I appreciate that. So definitely, I've kind of gotten back into the kick of, because I think I'm burning myself out with how much I'm stitching. So I've been working on curly garlic. Thank you, Jerry. Sunshine Jennifer, just because you do stamped cross stitch does not mean that you are not a real stitcher. Maybe we'll do like the herbs and not the herbs, but like, you know, like onions and all those like pungent vegetables. I don't even want to call them necessarily, you know, like, I don't know. We'll be creative. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Cross stitch is cross stitch. So the only other thing I have is I had purchased back in December some more fabric from xJuDesigns, Jukas, on Etsy. I'll link her below too, like I always do. And the reason I had a reason for doing this, it came in the mail, I don't know, the first week in January or something, and I just forgot to show you guys. So I'm going to show you my fabrics, and then I have one that already planned out for. So I had bought one, which I'll get to in a minute. That was the main purchase, but then of course it's, if you make a purchase and it's over $50, you get the shipping free. So of course I got to buy enough to buy, so I get free shipping. So this is 40 count Zweigart linen called Old Mushroom. Are we getting a theme here? So this is Old Mushroom, 40 count linen. And there we go. And you're all going to be like, wow, that's really modeled for you, Gerald. Yeah, it is pretty modeled, but you know, it's a nice neutral, modeled neutral. And I don't even know if it has the measurement. Oh, a 19 by 27 inch. So nice big piece. Don't forget, Jukas has her Fabric of the Month Club now too, so check that out. And I know she just posted some new colors in her store. And then, of course, she always sends me a couple freebies. So this is Rocky Mountain. It's a 6 by 6 inch square, 40 count. So just a small, what do we call it again? Rocky Mountain. So you could do a small on that, an ornament maybe. There we go. Of course I can post her link, Joe. Let me see. Let me write it in here right now. I'm going to post it as, not as Ginger Gerald. I'm on my other account for this. So it's xJuDesign on Etsy. There you go. xJuDesign on Etsy. She is in Hungary. Awesome, Deb. Deb just says she just ordered fabric from her and she's anxiously waiting. And it does take a little bit just because of customs coming into the country. So if you're in the United States. And then the last freebie I got was, this is buttermilk cake. It's a 46 count Zweigart linen. Just a nice yellowy cream color. And then the reason I made the order is, oh, I wish my fabric only came in 5 days. Mine usually takes about 2 weeks to get to me. Yes, I said 46 count. And the reason I ordered the fabric was I wanted a 46 count. So this is 46 count Rocky Mountain. And Rocky Mountain is what Letitia uses on hers. She's using for her, is it for her tapestry design? There we go. Just a nice light gray mottled. And I chose, from my other Mama Joan bag, I have it stored. This fabric, I'm going to do 46 count. I'm going to do the By the Bay. The 13th colony, By the Bay. And the reason I chose that is because I think it'll make it a nice, like maybe almost like a stormy, cloudy, dreary day in the bay. So there we go. Yeah, Deb, she does get her orders out right away, but then it just takes a while because it comes all the way from Hungary. So there, yeah. So I'm going to do 46 count By the Bay. I'm thinking 1/2, but I have to do the measurements first. So. Sunshine Jennifer asks, what fabric is good for beginners? Stamp cross stitch already has the fabric. And this is something that I was going to talk about in another video because I'm kind of like, I'm one of those people that I jump right into a project and I just go right for the top, for the whatever, you know, regular fabric. I don't even want to say regular. It's all regular fabric, but for me, whatever makes you comfortable is what's best for a beginner stitcher. I don't necessarily think that Aida necessarily has to be a starting fabric. I did my first project on Aida because it came in the kit, but then I went right to 28 count and I was fine. So, but I know a lot of people like starting out on 14 count. Yeah, again, it also, like Stitchy Witch Brit says, depends upon how well you can see. So, to me, it's whatever makes you happy. And what you're comfortable with. And then I saw another question. Have you, I'm hoping I'm saying it. Is it Medea? Says, have you ever worked on 46 count before? I have never worked on 46 count. I've worked on 40 count and love it, so I assume I should be fine with 46 count. I started designing, Melly Ellie Stitches asks, how long have I been designing patterns? I started designing last April, and I only have three patterns in my store so far, but I'm really getting antsy. I have some other designs I really want to work on, so yeah. So that's my update, y'all. So just a quick one, not much going on here. Hi, Yvonne. I was gonna message you here shortly after I did my video, so, but yeah. Hold up the two fabrics next to each other. You mean the 40 count? So this is the old mushroom, 40 count, and this is the, what is it called again? Rocky Mountain, 46 count. You're welcome, Kim. So, with that being said, I have nothing else to talk about. And I will see you all if you watch the Stitch With Me videos on Saturday. Saturday was definitely going to be a regular video, not live, because it is far too hard to make live videos while you're stitching. So you all have you're welcome, sunshine. And you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you next time. Bye.